Step right up. Two polar bears are going to go head to head until one of them is dead. I got 3-1 odds on Yorick Burnison. Any takers at all? Probably not. Let's get started. Hello, my friends. Welcome to Thumb Together TV. My name is Andrew Fantasia, and today we're going to be talking about His Dark Materials, Episode 7, The Fight to the Death Together. As usual, if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up and give some love to that subscribe button as well. And if you enjoy me and my zany antics, pick up a copy of my book, Side Scroller. This is an epic romance adventure set in a world that runs on the logic of video games. You can get this on Amazon in either paperback or ebook. Do me a favor. Buy this book. You're helping support an up-and-coming author. Stephen King doesn't need any more money. He's fine. He's set for life. Guys, if I may quote the Old Testament for a moment, we are living in a dark material world, and Lyra is a dark material girl. Lyra Belacqua is one of the coolest, most clever characters, young children characters in modern fiction, I think. We haven't had too many great child characters in modern fiction. Lyra Belacqua is probably the best, and this episode is one of the greatest examples as to why. One of my favorite moments in the whole Dark Materials trilogy of books is this moment where Lyra is alone for the first time. She has nobody around her, it's just her and Pan, and she has to face down one-on-one with Iofur Raknison, the king of the bears, and what a bear. This guy is a real asshole. He is just not a nice person. He's a big meanie, and he has bad plans for the world of beardom. Beardom? I don't know. As has been established already, you cannot trick a bear. They are very wise. But Lyra is wiser, and she does the impossible by tricking Iofur Raknison, by telling him, hey, just so you know, they made me Yorick Burnison's demon. And Iofur's like, well, bears don't have demons. If Yorick Burnison has a demon, I want a demon. I'm the king. And she's like, I know, you're so much bigger and smarter and stronger than Yorick Burnison. I wish I was your demon instead. Tell you what, instead of killing him as soon as he gets here, why don't you fight to the death? And then once you slay him, I'll be your demon forever and ever. And because he's so proud and stupid, Iofur Raknison is like, okay, I'll show him. Let him get in. I don't know why he sounds like a mixture between Jimmy Stewart and Don Knotts, but apparently my version of Iofur Raknison just rolls like that. He's like, okay, bring him in the castle. I'll put up my dukes. So let's go. And they have, as the episode's title implies, a fight to the death. Spoilers, Yorick Burnison wins. He's the good guy, and he wins. The fight itself is nothing too special. I get that they had a limited CGI budget, so you don't see as much of it as you would probably like, but that's okay. I wasn't really concerned with that. I was just more pleased with the way they presented Lyra's lie. And Yorick Burnison, in a very Aragorn-like way, befriended the main hero, and then through the main hero's courage, risen to the challenge to take back the throne that was once rightfully his. Fantasy. It's like poetry. They rhyme. Meanwhile, up in the place where the bad guys hide out, as we saw last episode, Lyra demolished that laboratory, including the big machine that separates kids from their demons. Thank Jesus. And as we saw here, it was in ruins. It was absolutely demolished, and Mrs. Coulter was not happy about that. And once again, we get the rageaholic Ruth Wilson's scream of pure unadulterated fury. Last week I said the scream was very, very frightening. I'm not gonna lie, this week it was a little bit silly. I don't know why. I think it's just because we had seen it already and now it just kind of felt like overkill. But still, man, nobody screams in pure rage like Ruth Wilson. Give that lady some kind of award. I don't care what it is. Speaking of Mrs. Coulter, what's interesting is that there is a shot that has been in every single trailer for His Dark Materials since before it even started airing. And it's this shot right here. And we finally see that shot. I could swear we had seen it already, which really messed with my head. I guess because I've seen it so many times online and in trailers. But this is the Magisterium getting ready for all-out war, and Mrs. Coulter is right there alongside them. She wants Lord Asriel just as much as they do, but for different reasons, because she's a sneaky sis. Now let's talk about Lord Asriel for a moment, because we end the episode with Lyra and Roger getting to his outpost up there in the north, and of course he is not happy to see Lyra, but he is deviously happy to see Roger. And anybody who knows what's coming knows that there's something very unsettling about the fact that he is not happy to see Lyra, but very happy to see Roger. You might already guess why that is. But what interests me the most here is that we have reached a point where in the book, there's maybe 10 pages left of stuff. Maybe. But we have a full hour-long episode left. And I think what's going to happen is they're going to throw in new stuff and also integrate pieces from book 2. The new stuff being this battle. I think the Magisterium, it looks like they're coming for Asriel. They're going to try to fight him off and storm his laboratory. This sort of thing happens in book 3, but in book 1, unless I'm really forgetting my details, they never find Asriel. Only Lyra finds him. So from the looks of things, I would guess that we're going to get a confrontation between not just the Magisterium and Asriel, but Mrs. Coulter and Asriel, which will be really interesting to see. Also, I have a feeling we're going to get our first tastes of Lyra in the New World, aka our world. Because we have spent a lot of time now, these past few episodes, with Will Perry and his mother. In fact, in this episode, we got pieces of his crucial origin already, where Will Perry drops his mother off with a neighbor who he trusts, goes back to the house and accidentally kills one of the Prowlers because they're looking for his dad's letters. This was a big integral part of the first, I want to say, at least one, if not 2 chapters of The Subtle Knife. Now it's here. So they've consolidated some stuff. Who knows where season 2 is going to begin? That's why I would not be the least bit surprised if we see Lyra and Will meet for the first time at the end of next week's episode. That would be a really cool place to end the season. As penultimate episodes go, this one wasn't really anything too special. Last week's really was a tough act to follow, and unfortunately they didn't follow it, but they did still maintain a good brisk pace, and they're getting all the details right, which is why you want to see books adapted more like this in the first place. But we only have 1 episode left of this show. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Don't forget to stop on here on the channel after you've watched it to hear my review. But that has been His Dark Materials, The Fight to the Death. I'm Andrew Fantasia. I'll see you all here next time. And until then, adios.